come back to the lizard place?
We're
Or was that
trying.
through the maze?
We walked through the maze. The maze seemed to have just one path, but it brought us to a different location.
Oh, okay.
And I think we're going to ask the Sphinx, how does that floating maze thing work? That was a question I think I wanted to ask.
Yes, but you would need another riddle to get another answer out of her.
That's true.
Do you want to risk it?
We did it pretty well last time.
I feel like I signed off with a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll talk to the Sphinx and say, okay, we have another question for you. And I guess you want us to give you another riddle.
Yes, if you can give me a riddle where the answer is stars, I might unlock some more of my knowledge that I just is all mixed up in my head.
Okay. Stars.
Let me see.
You got anything?
No, not yet. Give me a sec. It's hard to think of a riddle in English when I speak Spanish.
Sorry about that.
This
Do you have
this is my curse.
One? Do you know a Spanish? A riddle? The stars?
I mean, it will be easier to make one. Oh, I think I remember one from when I was a kid. Let me try to get it right. How did it go? Most of us only come out of night, but one of us shines in the middle of the day. When you hit someone in the face, no matter the time, they say they see our face.
Oh, that works.
That's pretty good.
That's good.
Yeah.
I think I'm butchering it. I don't really remember it.
So while you were thinking, like her claws were tapping impatiently on the ground. But upon hearing your riddle, she seems pleased and elated and kind of just thinks to herself for a bit and says, yes, that's it. What can I do for you?
Can you explain to us how this, like, inner maze, like, I point to it and I say, like, how that works? Because, like, we walked in a straight line twice and we got to different locations.
Well, I can't go in there myself. I'm much too large, but from what I understand, there's only 2 exits to that place, and no matter how you go in there, you always exit from the opposite that you came in.
Wait, excuse me?
Oh, so we just have to go again and we'll end up on the other place. It only got 2 ways out.
Or do we have to walk backwards?
What?
It has two doors, and you always exit the one you didn't come in at.
Right.
Has two. What? Sorry, I'm still confused about how this is meant to work.
So it doesn't matter which path you enter from, you will always exit the other side, even if you turn back.
So if we come in from this room, we will go back to the library. If we come in from the library, we'll always come here.
Huh.
Or at least that's what I got.
Is that how it is, Sphinx?
That is my understanding of it, yes.
Okay. That's good. So do you guys want to try and just go back to the library then?
Why not?
Yeah, I'm good.
That suits me just fine. And Athos will kind of give a glance at the Sphinx's claws, which are probably, the paws of the Sphinx are probably like up to my waist or something.
Yeah, this is. I would say it's larger than a huge creature. This would be whatever, like, what's above that? Massive?
Gargantuan. Or next
It
to
is a large statue beast.
How big is Gargantuan? Like Pacific Rim big?
No. But it'd be like maybe 30 feet from front to back, and probably if it's sitting down, maybe like 30 feet tall.
Whoa. Okay.
I think if you're going by strict rules, at least for 3.5 Pathfinder, not sure about 5e, large is 2 squares on the base, huge is 3 squares, and above that, each step up basically adds a square, but that's not
Well,
necessary.
whatever
Yeah.
exact
it's
classification, it's pretty big. Not
Okay.
something you want upset with you.
Okay. I just wave at it as we go. Bye.
Okay, I'm gonna scroll you through and put you on a proper page and try to draw a better version of
Oh, gonna get the
the
actual
area
names.
that you're in, because I know it's confusing. 123. Oh wait, I went the wrong way. And all the way back. So yeah, you are back, I believe. So it takes like another 30 minutes of walking to get to where you stand above the lizard on a throne. And it would be this time when you're inside the maze, there appear to be branching paths.
But okay. It's okay. Branch past it, okay.
Do I still see my druid craft thing?
You left it over by the Lizard King?
Well,
Yeah, I
he-
was marking the path.
He's marking the path from the Lizard King, from like the library to the Lizard King.
Doesn't like Druidcraft require like plants to function?
Oh no. Sorry. The language. The
Oh, Druidic.
that one. I got too many things with the same name. Sorry.
Especially on parts where you entered, you could make it out pretty clearly, but as you keep walking along, it fades.
Hmm.
So we're going to try to like
Let's keep going. Let's see.
going which way though. Apparently, it doesn't matter which way we go. All roads lead to Rome,
You said it's branching paths, but is it just 2 paths on the branch, or are there more?
Most of them would be 2 paths forward, but there's a couple where it's like a 4-way intersection.
Hmm.
I don't know.
I think that we just say, trust the Sphinx and just pick a direction and go.
Alright. And we guess we may as well do the keep to one side. Sort of might help.
Sure.
Or might not. Probably won't.
Yeah, we'll stick to the right path. The right wall.
I mean, we can get more lost than we already are.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this isn't scale accurate, but this is kind of a better understanding of this section. There's more of the archives to explore a bit. So over here is like the hole in the wall where you originally entered. This is the maze down here. And this is Sunset. I got the snake room here. Yeah. So after
That's where the sunset is. Okay.
a lot more walking, you make it back into the archives.
Nice. Okay. So we have the written...
You're the one that has the letter, right?
Yeah. All right. So I walk out towards back to the library.
It's gonna go
Do
great.
the mummy
Towards the
spot.
snake. The snake is where you first ran into them. As you cross the snake up here, they were
Yeah,
up here.
sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna hide on the around the corner again.
Yeah,
I'm not
that's a
hiding.
good plan.
I mean, they theoretically still don't know I'm part of the group, so.
And as you like walked down the maze, the sound of the chimes got louder and louder until you got here, where it's pretty all-encompassing and echoing around the walls.
Mhm.
That's
That was
keeping
melee
them
character.
less crazy, right?
That is what the Lizard King told you, I believe.
Yeah, the
Okay.
charms are making them not crazy or bloodthirsty or something like that.
It probably like makes them not mindless or something. If I was a melee
Okay.
character, I would totally try to sneak around them.
Alright, so you walk over the snake, some of the runes light up as you stand on it,
Mm-hmm.
but you just walk along it, and some of them start flashing, and then they just go dark. And
Okay.
make a perception roll.
All of us?
Whoever's on the snake.
So that'd be definitely me.
That's definitely me.
Me too.
But not me.
6. Hey, 15.
Yay! The
We
one
only
without
have 6
bonuses
then.
got the biggest.
I guess, yeah, I had more bonus than you.
I got +3 and I still got nothing.
So, Dornov, you hear, "Oh, not again," coming from up north.
Does it sound like those assholes from earlier?
It sounds like a weird lizard mummy guy. And from that direction comes.
Oh, the snake is a doorbell.
Oh, that's cute.
I was gonna say Doorknob doesn't relay that they said that. He just ignores it.
You see one of them start coming towards you in not a particular hurry.
I point and say, "It's coming."
Okay.
You again. What are you doing here?
We have permission.
Don't say
And
it's
I
right.
pull out the letter.
Well, let me see that.
I hand over the letter.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
you see,
I see.
he doesn't really rule over anyone anymore, so he's not much of a king, is he?
Well, that doesn't matter because all you said was when you get someone with authority to give us.
This archive is protected by the Medusa, and she doesn't want people to know information from her library without her permission.
Then why didn't you say we should go to? Why didn't you tell us to go to the Medusa instead of? I feel like you're changing the rules on us.
I believe I said specifically somebody important inside
Inside the maze.
important to the Medusa.
You did not say important to the Medusa.
That is not what you said.
I'm just staring at them, trying to see how do they look undead.
You can't really see like their skin. You can only really see their eyes. The rest of them are all wrapped up.
I'm just looking at them really hard, not saying anything.
So I'm trying to figure out where it says admittance to try to. I believe I mentioned the three sisters, or some of the liches, or the Medusa herself as people that.
As examples.
He looks it over again. Why don't you roll a persuasion? And if
Alright.
somebody else who talked during that encounter, I
They
think
can give me help.
Dornov can either make his own check or can give you advantage.
I have a +6 to persuasion, so can you give me advantage?
I'm just staring at them with my hand on my mace.
Okay.
23.
Yay.
Well, fine. For his sake, you can look at the information inside the archives. You may not, however, take anything from the archives. And
Sure.
he reaches like inside of his wrappings and pulls out a stamp and stamps your letter and hands it back to you.
Awesome.
Yes.
We
You got
did it.
anything with pictures?
No, I don't think. But yeah, I can't recall why you guys would want to access to this library anyway. You just don't seem cut out for it.
There's a guy, and also we need a star calendar.
It's
Something
okay.
with
We
today's date.
got this. Let's go into the library.
I don't break eye contact while we walk past him.
Okay, which way are you planning on heading?
Is Athos going to come with us?
Oh,
That's gonna depend on which way you guys go. I might have to try to sneak around.
How many rooms are there?
that you've seen like 1, 2,
Oh,
3,
can I ask the
6.
Can I ask the mummy what each room is? Like, what's kept in each room? Is there a logic behind it?
We have our own sorting system, but I'm afraid you might not be able to comprehend it.
He called you
Try.
dumb.
Try me.
I don't actually think, like, from my end, that things are necessarily sorted. So, he kind of just dismisses you and walks away.
Alright. Just go to the closest room then.
Oh, before he goes, can I ask something?
What did you want to ask?
If he knows See Me No More, if he's in the library. I don't want to ask if he's seen him because apparently nobody has.
There are some people in here doing research and experiments, yes? I don't know of him specifically.
Okay, thanks.
Alright. So what's the first closest room?
So right above the snake room would be... there doesn't appear to be
This one?
anything about this room, yeah. You don't
Okay.
see any books, it kind of just seems to be some kind of waiting area.
And when I see them going to that room, I'm going to try to sneak around this way because I remember seeing connections there.
Yes. So around here, there's a black space, like looking up at the stars mosaic, and this is more hallway, and it leads straight up into this room up here, which is where the lamps are.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can kind of stand in this corner and hear them through the wall over there.
I kind of just wanted to rejoin the group without going through the snake room, basically.
Yes.
Yep. Okay, so what's it? You said the lamps are in here?
Yes, so it's completely full of lamps, some torches, or not really torches, but more gas lamps that are like enclosed, and there's also some cages that contain some sort of like moving light source. And Most of the walls so far that you've seen are more of the oil lamps, but there are a couple of the cages on the walls providing light into these rooms.
Does it look like we're going to need these lamps for going into the other?
It seems to be bright enough up ahead.
Okay.
It might just be some kind of storage area.
Alright. Alright, so let's go into the first room then. This one.
So inside you see this. Well, it's hard to tell the difference between these lizard men, but this one does have some of the same mannerisms as the one you just talked to, and he's kind of just like pulling papers out of himself and reading them and stuffing them back in and pulling another one out. And he's kind of just minding his own business. He like turns and recognizes it's you as you walk in, but then just goes back to what he's doing.
Okay.
Just in case, I'll try to keep the others in between me and him.
Okay. Give me just like 3 minutes so I can calm the bird down for a sec.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, there doesn't appear to be a lot of. There's some scraps of paper on the ground, like around the lizard man, but otherwise this room is pretty plain. It's got a chair and a table, and there's like a lamp on the table.
I know See Me No More is invisible. Sorry. I know See Me No More is invisible, but can I try to be actively looking for him?
You'd mostly rely on your sense of hearing. You can do that.
Okay.
There are books in this room, right?
Not really. It's more just scattered, crumpled pieces of paper that are probably from inside this man.
Can I pick up one of them?
You can, yeah, you walk over towards him and find one that's farthest away and kind of just bend down and pick it up.
What's written on it?
This is some kind of prologue to a speech. It looks like this is, it like mentions today's date, but isn't actually a date format that you recognize, and it talks about how on this day 50 years ago some great tragedy happened, something like that.
Okay.
In the next room over, if you take a peek, it looks like it's another one of the mummies that you've seen before. This is the one that took towards talking last time you were in here. He seems like the one that had most of his bearings about him. And if you remember correctly, he had mathematical equations and stuff stuffed inside of him.
Okay. And if we go into that place now, are there actual books in there?
No, it's pretty much the same thing. There's a table, chairs, and light, and this one is kind of just pacing the room in circles. And when he notices you, he looks through, says, "You're not supposed to be in here."
Aha! I pull out the letter that was stamped.
And
Oh,
he doesn't
yeah.
inspect it closely, but he recognizes the
stamp?
the stamp from a distance, and relaxes a little bit, and says, "Well, just don't take anything from here. You have access to our knowledge."
You got it. So then what's if I go north? What's over there?
That opens up into kind of. There's several different paths to go from there. We'll say there's two paths to go from here. One a little bit to the right, and one a little bit to the left. On the left, which is more directly north of you, there is some kind of artifact hanging from chains on the ceiling. It is like kind of, it has like gear parts that are moving. It's a little mechanized of some sort, but it is providing a constant light beam down into the center of the floor.
Huh.
And if you kind of look around the corner a little bit to the right instead, you would see a bridge that is over some kind of void, and it looks like it continues into a couple different paths.
Is this still inside? Like, is this part of the library?
Yes.
Okay.
You can recognize the similar strange architecture you haven't really seen before. You would assume this would be part of their culture, part of their history, but it is an easily recognizable area of the maze.
All right. And then to the west.
So no, there was just from here you can only have access. Oh, to this way would be
This way.
a small room that has it looks like there are something. It looks like some scrolls on the ground. But there also might be. Looks like there's something moving inside the ground. But it is covered in some kind of paper substance.
The thing moving is covered in paper substance? Or
Well, just the whole ground is kind of just covered in like a layer of discarded paper. Some of it's curled up into scrolls, some of it is just flat pieces of paper, some of it's all crumpled up.
Can I like lightly put like a foot in there to see if like it would hold me? Like, is it just like paper on a floor, and like the floor is not that?
Yes, it does appear that there's a floor over here.
Okay. Can I pick up like the closest scroll and try to read it in the entrance?
Yes. This scroll, is a public notice from a king you've never heard of. But the top of it isn't common, so you would see a couple different languages that you won't recognize, but all of it seems to, like, a couple of languages you'd recognize. How many languages do you know?
I know Common, Dwarven, Giant, Elvish, and Elvish.
So you'd recognize several of the languages. It looks like the first part of this is written in several different languages in order to get a point across, but the bulk of it is in a language that you can't understand. But the top part says in several languages, from King Alaked to the Sorin people, the Sorid people.
By the way, it says that I automatically spot anything in Druidic. So if we see any book like that, I would like to check it.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind.
Okay. So it's a notice from one king to another?
One king to their people.
Do I like what's the notice saying?
It's in a language you don't understand.
Okay. But some of it is in a language I understand?
Yeah, like the notice, like that just says like from this king to their people, is in like 5 different languages, and you recognize a couple of them.
Okay. So do you guys want to go north into the strange place, or try to go west and look in these like 2 rooms?
Yes, we might as well at least poke our heads around and see what's in the last bit of this mini complex, I guess, and double check that there's no doors out.
Sure.
Yeah, before maybe something happens and we get kicked out.
As you kind of all approach this room and get closer, you also notice that there are empty cages along the back wall.
Mm-hmm.
What size cages? Like small ones? Like the fairies
Lots and lots of smaller cages.
Do they fit children?
Much smaller than that. They would be like
Ah,
no.
Fucking
Damn it.
what, dude?
Well, because he's looking for children.
we're looking for children, people.
Yeah, it's okay. It makes sense.
Oh, so because I'm an orc, you think that I just go around kidnapping people? Is that
No,
what you
it's
think?
because you were concerned if the cages could fit a child. Cannot fit a
Ninja
child in
definitely
these
thought I asked
cages.
what size they were.
I mean, like, no, the kids don't have a lot of meat. It's mostly fat. You cannot eat that. Like, come
Oh
on.
no. And as you kind of wade into this room, you feel like something touch your shoes and kind of panic a little bit.
Yeah.
But it doesn't seem to attack you, but there's something hidden amongst the paper in here.
Am I close enough to the ground to see what it is?
You can make a perception check if you'd like.
Oh, by the way, if it helps with see me no more, my passive perception is 18.
Yes, thank you. These things don't appear to be like trying to hide necessarily from you. They're just trying to do their own thing. You see long ribcage like structures slithering through here. This looks like an undead snake, or possibly more than one, as you see motion in the corner of your eye further into the room.
So
This
what is
entirely skeletal snake.
What's his own thing that they're trying to do?
Just exist? I don't know.
I thought you meant like there's a purpose for them to be there.
If they're undead, are they no longer considered beasts?
That's correct.
Got it.
Well, I guess I'm just gonna try to keep going to the next room without stepping on any of the bone snakes,
Okay.
picking them, or anything else like that.
You peek inside the next room and you see yet another lizard man. This one is a little bit more frantic. You can see where the others looked a little bulky, and you can kind of see that they were stuffed with paper after they revealed that to you. This guy is stuffed with something blockier. There's corners sticking out in weird places, so you'd think he's filled with books somehow. And he is pacing the room much more frantically. Sometimes putting his hand in his mouth. And he's kind of just stalking around the outside of the room.
Okay, and
Should
what else
we
is
ask
in
if
here?
they have star maps?
You don't see a lot of other books or anything on the floor. There is a small book that seems to have fallen out of him in the corner.
I will pick it up, but I don't know how to read, so I'm gonna leave that to someone else.
Okay. I will read the book that he picked up.
Yeah, I'll kind of move to try and look over his shoulder to read it, but then realize that no, that won't work.
This book is titled Cooking with Goblins. And it is various ways to cook and prepare to eat goblins.
Oh, it's cooking with goblins. Ah. I tried to explain the joke to I tried to explain the joke to Balgo.
I'm all like, I don't get it. Like, do you invite the god? No. Well,
it's okay.
Well, I can't
The guy
imagine
pacing
goblins
around
making good food.
stops, startled, seeing you have the book in his hand, and he says in a crazed voice, "Give me that back! I need that! I need that!"
Okay. I hand the book back to
He
him.
snatches it a little more aggressively than you'd expect out of your hands and just like kind of stretches open his wrappings and stuffs the book back in.
Well, I doubt that's a particularly useful book anyway. I doubt goblins are good food because I don't even see goblins eating goblins. And they eat everything.
Okay. And
Anything else in this room?
Yeah, anything of interest?
No, not really. There's a table and chairs just like the others, but I'd say Begor with your high perception. You can see that the table looks like it has bites taken out of it.
Let's just go.
Okay.
I don't feel good in this room. And when we're out, I tell them like, yeah, there were bite marks in the table. I don't think the bell is working on him.
I mean, we saw him reach into his mouth a couple times, and he had a book on eating thinking things, and there were bites taken out of the table. I'm not liking that picture. I mean, admittedly, goblins only barely count as thinking, but still.
Well, let's go into the weird place then.
Alright, so there were two paths that you could kind of get to from here. One of them was the bridge to the right, and the other one was a strange lamp hanging from chains by the ceiling.
Does it look like the lamp room has any doors coming out that we can see just poking our heads in?
Yes, there would be a path to continue in that direction.
I was gonna say go there first if it was a dead end, but since it's not, I don't know.
And you said that the bridge was over a void?
Yes, can't really see even with your dark vision, you can't see the bottom of this place. So it's at least 60 feet.
Possibly more.
Well, I've got dark vision 90, and I presumably still don't see the bottom.
Actually, it's only about 50 feet down, so you can just barely make out that there's like a jagged mess of slate plates, which the whole bridge is made out of stacked stones from the ground. And it's all made out of like a sharp slate material that's all jagged, but the ground is just made of broken bits of jagged slate that does not look pleasant to fall onto.
Is it the same material as the bridge?
Yes.
It may be hard to pass it. Maybe
And
we'll.
I
Maybe
wouldn't
it's
expect
like
it.
slippery or something.
Can we see any doors or other passageways at the bottom?
At the bottom, you can't see anything from up here. You don't
Just
see any
wondering
doors
if
or
we
anything,
were
for sure.
roping down or something, but I'll not bother. No point then.
Okay.
I mean, the dice say go to the right to the bridge.
Alright. That's good enough for me.
Okay, let me pull you onto a new page.
That's what D&D is, right? When in doubt, let the dice decide.
You can't argue with
Basically.
that.
Yeah, I don't have a lot of luck with those.
Oh man, the pages on around here are so out of order. Okay, so this room has a couple different places to go, and as you kind of gingerly step onto the bridge, some of it like kind of just moves a little under your weight, so you can make it across safely if you go slowly. But you'll probably take long enough that somebody just might come walking along, and I'll make a random encounter check, or you can make it cross quickly, and that will require a dexterity check to avoid falling.
Shall we rope ourselves together again, just in case?
Well,
How
not
That sounds like
me.
a
I'm bigger
terrible
than
idea.
I'm bigger than all of you, so maybe I should go last.
big's the bridge?
It's around 5 feet wide.
Okay. But like, are there like handrails?
No, there's nothing to put your hands on. It's all under your feet.
I mean, if we meet someone here, it's probably just gonna be a librarian, right? I think I would
Well,
take that chances.
Yeah. I mean, I'd say we should probably rope ourselves together, and I'll go first since I'm the lightest, just in case.
Sure.
I mean, because if it breaks on me, then we know it's not safe.
Yeah. Let's do that.
we're coming from the bottom left, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So you said you're probably going slowly?
Yeah.
Okay, you make it slowly, using each other for balance when you can, and you get around the middle.
Okay.
Before... From, we'll say, from the right, several lizard women, And I think you might have seen these before. They have chameleon-like skin to help them blend it. You kind of just barely catch them out of the corner of your eye. So have you guys seen these before? I believe you have.
Have we?
I
don't
think we saw a
recall seeing
couple
them, but I'm not sure.
like waiting for an ambush in a room. There were like 3 ropes going up
Oh, maybe that was what I
with
was thinking of.
portals.
Yeah.
We saw a
I think it was
couple there.
mines that went up like through the roof or something.
Yeah, we were under the
From
spell
their
last time.
posture,
Like we.
they appear to be aggressive.
That's not good.
Yay!
So kind of just throw yourselves somewhere around the center of the map.
I kind of said I was in the front, but I don't know which direction we were going, so we might have just clustered up or something.
Yeah.
And since it might now matter because of combat, would my ignore difficult terrain bit kick in for this?
Yeah, I would say if people do not want to make a dexterity throw to try to keep your balance on the careful bridge, you can only move half your speed. But I'll say for combat purposes, you can move your full speed.
Okay.
And I will say that kind of acts like a limit, so you probably don't want to use the dash action here.
So we can all only move half speed except for that guy.
Yes.
I'm reading. Remember that you had us answer like a couple of questions before we went.
Okay.
I put there that my this year is height. I don't know if that affects me right now.
Your what is high?
My deepest fear is heights.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't remember I put that.
So yeah, you've got you're kind of in the back, and you've slowed down to fall behind just a little bit. But it's now flight or fight time as these 3 or 5. Yeah, 5 chameleon women are coming out. Some of them are carrying nets. Some of them have spears. And some of them have, like, throwing knives.
That's not good.
Does anyone speak, I guess, Draconic?
No.
The demon would have.
Well, you hear, like, a hissing sound that doesn't sound pleasant. I will turn on this and reset it. So if you can make sure you have your token selected and roll initiative.
I just can't get over 12 on my initiative.
Doorknob is just kind of like dancing back and forth on his feet. He's so happy.
I like 4 of those enemy initiative rolls.
Yeah. One of them was a natural 1.
All right, Athos.
All right. Well, first obviously I'm gonna make sure I have my bow out, and then I think I'm just going to open fire. I mean, I'm considering casting a spell, but I have the attack bonus on the first round, so I think I'm gonna attack instead.
Okay.
So I think I'm gonna pick one of the ones with the net. With one of the nets, I'm not sure exactly where they are. Presumably one like that I have clear shot to. Then shoot her, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Do I probably should. I'll go ahead and cast Hunter's Mark first. I think that's a bonus action.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So I'll cast that on her first.
All right. Target the closest one.
Well, the closest one I have clear shot to within net specifically.
Okay.
Unless they have all 3, but it sounded like they were different.
Yeah, there's a couple different ones in here.
And it probably doesn't matter for this first shot, but I have advantage against creatures that haven't acted yet.
So you drop this one, and it kind of hunches over and just falls with a splat into the ravine.
Alright, I was going to ask if my humanoid favorite enemy counted against them, but I guess it doesn't matter with that first shot.
That's good. Okay. Wait, was that the bonus action or?
Now, his bonus action was to mark it, dealing extra damage.
Okay.
I've won that time.
But he has 2 more attacks this turn.
Yeah, this time I'll just shoot the one in the lead. Or 8 or 10 if it's humanoid.
Let me kind of look that up. Yeah. Your experience with humanoid targets does help you here.
Alright, so that's just plus 2 damage. And some check bonuses that aren't relevant right now.
You hit it hard enough that it kind of drops to a knee for a second, but it's still alive.
Alright, I'll go ahead and drop my third shot into it then.
Hacker.
Wow, that's crazy.
I mean, I do have plus 9.
Yeah, but also those are really good rolls. Yeah, you definitely get that one, and it falls on the ground and then kind of just slumps off of the.
And I'll also shift upwards a little bit afterwards. And that's it. That's my turn.
After you is this one. It kind of takes a slow step into the room,
Mm-hmm.
and it's going to try to throw a net up at you with disadvantage, Athos.
That's a far net throw. What kind of net is it?
It appears like it's weighed down with some kind of bones or something.
Like, there's no like rope at the end of it, right?
No, it doesn't appear that way.
Okay.
The net falls harmlessly into the void, or into the pit, and it's going to take the rest of its movement to run out of sight.
Good effort, buddy.
Yes, I kept saying void. Ovek, it's your turn.
Awesome. So we have we walk slow here, right?
Yes, half speed if you don't want to make a dexterity check.
So I have 25, so I can just go, what, 10?
10, yeah.
Can I get like up here to try to block the path?
Okay.
Yep. And then I can do another move. I can get up here with just 2 moves, right?
I think if you want to move more than 10 feet in a whole turn, you would have to make a dexterity check. Just because,
Okay, even if I just take up both.
Yeah, even if you dash, because of like how some of the slate stone shifts as you walk over it, it's very difficult to keep your balance.
Alright, then I'll just move up here to block the path. Shields up. Not pass.
Is there anything you'd like to do, Dornov?
Can I get closer? I mean, obviously not much, but
yeah, you can move up here if you don't want to make a dexterity check, or you can go further if you do.
We can take turns being the one in front.
I guess that's it. Athos, leave some for the rest of us.
Well, I suspect that one that just ran is either running away or coming around, so.
Bagor is next.
Good luck, Bagor.
I'm gonna come a little closer. 15 feet is half.
So you get up right behind.
And I'm gonna cast Produce Flame. And I'm gonna hold it until they come like in range because it only has 30 feet.
Okay.
Yeah, no, they're more than twice the distance. No.
Yes.
So I'm gonna hold it.
These two are going to kind of pull from their waists some throwing knife type deals, and they're both going to throw those at whoever's in front, Dornov.
How does the shield thingy work?
It can only be from melee attacks. Oh, I didn't mean to hit magic missile.
Oh wow.
And your AC is 19, I believe. Dornov, is it 12?
Wait, that's not right.
What's your AC?
Why is it like that?
It should be. Let's see. You've got scale mail. It says on your inventory.
Wait, why is my my AC is 9?
Yeah.
Yeah, something's
It must have like updated
Deciding not
the
to
sheet.
factor in your armor.
So it's gonna be.
It's not taking account into my armor. Yeah, I did put that in manually, I think.
So yours, doorknob, should be 16 plus whatever dexterity. You got 2 dexterity, so it should be 18.
Plus a shield.
That includes it. The scale mail is 14 plus dex. So 16 plus the shield, and then plus 2, so 18 total. Doorknob.
So,
I thought skill mail was 16. And it has no dex bonus.
Scale mail is a medium armor that.
Oh, right. Right. Okay.
So one of those throwing knives hits you in the shoulder. It does 5 points of damage. And the other one just hits your shield. And then they both run further into the distance. They're running pretty much straight to the right. But they're all pretty far away now. And it seems like they're not pressing the attack at this point in time. So I think unless... Well, I think Athos might be able to make another shot if he wishes.
If they... Did they not run behind a wall?
Most of them ran pretty much straight to the right.
Yeah.
So you probably have disadvantage, but you can make your shots if you want.
I think I've learned my lesson about shooting things that are running away, so I will not.
Okay. So we'll be out of combat for now.
Okay. I say we go in not the direction that they left in. When we go north. Slowly. Everyone agreed?
Yeah, doesn't sound like a good idea.
Sure. I was kind of thinking south, because if they ran... It looked like they kind of ran north when one of them did, so they might be coming around, but that's...
Or you think like there's like a loop here?
They weren't running north.
I thought you said the first one was, but if not, then not.
It kind of, like, from your perspective up there, it, like, took a couple steps above the wall, but it kept running to the right. So, like, you lost sight of it as soon as it walked this way.
Alright.
But then it just... but actually, the door to the north, the bridge heads straight into a wall, and you can see a seam on the wall where a door would be, but you don't see a handle or anything on the side.
There's no door there. Great.
It looks like whatever this is supposed to open from the other side.
Okay. So, but there is a door south, right?
Yes.
Do we come from the south, or we came from the...
You came from the
west?
bottom left.
Okay. So I guess we'll
this
go
room
south
down
then.
here is very small, but inside is a strange beast which looks a little familiar to most of you. It's kind of just sitting there in its own little room.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like the beast that Cronia had. It's very ugly. It's like part mole, part dog, part abomination.
It's a mole dog bomb.
You could say that. And as you kind of slowly approach on the bridge, it kind of perks up, and looks at you questioningly as you head its way.
Does it look friendly?
Yeah. Does it look
Uh,
aggressive?
it does not appear to be like rushing at you right now. It's kind of just sitting and staring at you. Its mouth like opens a little bit, and just a little bit of drool comes out. And it's kind of like barking and whining in a little dog-like way.
Is there can I do an animal handling check to see like if it's friendly or if it needs just food or something like that?
You can try. It'll be a little difficult because this isn't 100% natural, but you can try to get a read on it.
Okay, I'm gonna give it a try. 17. Is that enough?
You can tell it looks like it needs something. It doesn't seem like it wants to rip your throat out. You're pretty confident about that. And it might be hungry. That might be kind of what it needs.
Can I use my divine sense to see if it's a fiend or undead, or if it has been desecrated? Oh, I guess no, that's on 4 objects. Never mind. Yeah, if it's celestial, fiendish, or undead.
You channel your senses,
Mm-hmm.
and you do not get the sense that it is any of those things.
Okay.
How far from the door is it?
As you guys approach, it kind of also approaches the door.
Oh. Uh, I'm gonna get one of my rations, put it on the floor and slide it over to it. I'm not coming close to it.
I love the armadillo rat.
It kind of looks at the rations and sniffs it, and looks back at you.
Okay, fine. I grab another one and I start eating it so that it sees that it's food.
It kind of like puts its mouth down on it and sniffs it, but it ends up knocking it off of the bridge.
Rude.
Like, is it like intentionally or accidentally?
Roll an insight check.
Insight. 14.
It's a little difficult to tell since it's not really human. You can't like get a look in its eyes, but if it wanted to put it in its mouth, it probably could have.
Okay.
I'm going to guess that it only wants a specific kind of food. Probably meat, if I had to guess.
It starts cautiously approaching whoever's closest to it.
I guess that would be me. We have any meat to offer it? I don't think we do we?
You would have pretty much the same dried jerky that Bagor already tried to give it.
Can I like try to tell, like looking at its mouth or that sort of thing, of what kind of stuff it would eat?
Should that be like animal
That's
handling?
kind of a good question. You can make a nature check. As you're thinking on that, next to you, Bagor, it kind of like puts its head in your hands and tries to get you to
Aw.
pet it.
Okay, I'm gonna pet it carefully. I don't want it to bite me.
You see its teeth, Athos, look pretty like kind of a dog or wolf's teeth would be, but there's something different about its front teeth, and they kind of remind you of a snake's teeth. And so I meant to say it was coming up to Ovek. Did I say
Oh.
Bagor on accident?
You said, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sure, I'll be the one petting it.
Do you have like big metal gloves on?
I would assume so. That'd be. I have chainmail on, so I think that I have chainmail gloves.
You kind of start to pet it, but it recoils and like puts its paw up onto your chainmail gloves and like scratches them a little bit and like kind of just steps it back.
But like,
It seems like it didn't like that pet.
I'll take a glove off and pet it.
Ovik, what are you doing?
I'm gonna cast resistance on him.
I'll pet it with my hand.
He definitely seems to like that a lot more, and he even so much as gives you a tiny little playful bite.
Oh no!
Well,
shit.
he's infected.
It is immediately extremely
We gotta kill
painful,
him.
but that passes pretty quickly. You take 2 points of damage, but the pain subsides very quickly.
What, did you say poison
Uh,
I heard poison.
or points?
2 points of damage.
Okay. Because I can say if it's poison,
This is piercing
then-
damage. No.
Okay.
And can you roll a wisdom saving throw?
That's the venom.
Uh-oh.
Okay. This is all starting to come back to me now.
Oh, that's right. It had a love me bite.
Oh.
How's
You
11?
can roll an extra d4 thanks to Bagor's resistance spell.
Okay. 13?
So the pain subsides pretty quickly, and you start to think, oh hey, this thing is actually kind of cute and lovable and beautiful, and you want it.
Aw. Hey guys, I want this.
No.
I start petting it a bit more.
Ovik, get away from the demon.
And it
I cast resistance again.
no, it just accepts the petting without biting anymore.
So trust me,
They
I
just,
know
like-
I know demons. This is no demon.
I'm just face palming right now.
Anything else in this room?
Ovik, move.
There's little extra scraps of slate, the same material that the bridge is made out of.
Huh.
And that's mostly all that's in this room.
No other exit?
No other exits.
Okay. Let's see. I'm going to use animal handling to teach them how to shake.
Have I seen this creature before?
Were you with the party when they met the time lady? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
No, we met you after them.
Because those are really the only two of this thing that exists, so it's pretty unlikely that you've ran into it before.
Friends, have you seen this thing before?
Yes.
Yeah.
once.
Yeah, we
Yes.
Not you, Ovik.
This thing does have some kind of intelligence behind its eyes. So you end up teaching it how to shake hands, or at least it seems to understand in this moment.
We did see one of these before, and if I recall right, when its bite has a venom that makes the target like it more. Though then again, that might just because the person who got bitten last time was already incredibly in love with all animals. So
Yeah, that was Leaf. It wouldn't be weird.
yeah, that
Ovik,
was
please
what's her
step
name?
away.
She was
This is
Character
perfect.
Oh, the other girl.
Yeah. The actual
Kara.
demon.
No, yeah, Kara. I don't remember her character's name.
Yeah.
It was complicated.
The
It was.
tiefling sorcerer,
It's-
bard, something like that.
Yeah.
There was Vacarinth.
That's
That one.
Can
So
I make
Yeah.
can I make a check to see if I can figure out if Ovik has been influenced by this thing?
I would say roll insight for now.
Nope. No fucking idea.
He genuinely appears to like this thing, and you don't actually know why. You kind of look at this thing, and it is
Hideous.
not something that, like, it might have diseases, like, I don't know, like, I don't know if you want to touch it. But it kind of, like, turns over and looks at you, and just, like, opens its mouth, and its tongue hangs out.
It's okay. It's okay, guys. I'm immune to diseases. Everything will work out. I need to give this a name.
Oh
What's a
God,
good
it's
name?
naming it.
I need to give it a good dwarven name.
I'm really struggling for a reason to hit this thing in the head. I've got nothing.
I'm going to name it Spots.
Oh yes.
It's an ancient dwarven pet name. Named after Spots the dragon that gave the dwarves their first flame. You know the one.
To a dragon.
It's a pet name. Classic pet name. Come here, Spots.
And he, like, aggressively kind of nuzzles into your hand again.
Perfect. We have another companion. Let's continue down the library. I'd say Spots heal.
My God, now we have another pet.
So
not
the only
traveling with
other
that thing.
exit on the bridge is the one that they use, but
Yeah. We don't really have a choice.
also I would say
Did we check the one on the north?
that was like a doorway that you didn't see any handle or any way to
got it.
pull on it or push it. It didn't seem like it opens from the side.
Okay, got it.
Though admittedly we didn't look particularly hard, but I'm not too inclined to anyway right now.
So, it's our Spot. Do you smell anything? Do you smell them?
I would
I'm
say
jealous.
kind of now that the battle has calmed and it's a little bit quiet, you can faintly hear the sounds of laughing coming from the right-hand side.
That's always good.
No. I guess so. Let's send our scout out first. Maybe they can stealth their way in to find out what's going on.
Check for traps because that sounds like there's a trap.
Yeah, I can try, but I'm also the only ranged guy, and being in front is not the best place to be, but I can go ahead if we want.
What kind of skill is checking for traps? Do I have to be proficient on that?
It'd just be an investigation check. It takes a lot of time, being like thoroughly checking for things.
Then I think I can do it. If you want to keep in range, I can do it because I have like really short range.
I mean, just like stay in front but near the party.
Yeah.
All right. I can do that.
Is Spots following us?
He is.
Perfect.
So this room to the right is pretty small. There is a single plant in the middle. The roots go through the stonework ground. And there are some strange bees flying around this flower and going somewhere else. I think...
Like the fat guy bees?
No, these are not made of gold.
Do I see anything regarding traps with that 11?
You don't notice any traps, no.
Are these bees animal enough for my primeval awareness to kick off on them? Like just to see their general.
Yeah, let me double check because they're from another room and I need to turn pages. No, these are not beast-like enough, and as you approach, something's wrong with these bees.
Is there anything ever right with bees?
I will say... I'll just give it to Ovek. These bees are not alive. They are undead.
Undead bees. Fucking great.
But they're kind of flitting to and fro, and they're going in a hole in the wall on the north side of this adjacent room.
Okay.
And the laughing is growing stronger and stronger, louder. It is incessant. There's no room for breathing, and it is a single source of the sound. There's one individual laughing without breathing.
It's getting louder. Is that because it's getting closer to us, or because we're getting closer to it?
It seems to be consistent with you getting closer to it.
All right.
Do we get a sense of where it's coming from?
You're in front, and with your high perception, it might be coming from the room after this rose room.
Are there any other
Okay.
doors around?
You do not see any other doors in here, other than straight on in the next room where the laughing is coming from.
Fantastic.
I'm gonna turn you a couple pages here.
Did you expect anything different from our luck in this place?
What luck?
Something like that.
All right. Well, if and when we cross the room, I'm going to circle around to the bottom where there are fewer bees anyway.
So kind of just the laughing is almost uh, getting to be just a little too much. Standing in close proximity of it, you can. It's not like painful, but it's just like kind of just getting to you, like who's doing this, and like he's not breathing. Something's wrong with this.
I want to try to stealth so I can look through the door with minimal possibility of being noticed as I do.
Roll stealth.
I sacrificed all my skill rolls for attack rolls.
Better than my stealth.
Begor, as you kind of enter the room after Athos sneaks around, your high perception, you can hear strange sounds. It's kind of like a moaning or groaning coming from the floor underneath the rose.
Oh,
Roll perception, Athos.
stay away from the rose.
This next room is a little big, and it's set up with pretty much everything a room would have. It's got a table, chairs, a bed, dresser, bookshelf. But all that you can really see of interest is this man. He appears to be human. Just sitting at the table, laughing.
Well, that's not creepy at all. I will go back around the others and let them know.
Alright, so what is it?
It's, as far as I could tell, just a guy sitting in a chair laughing.
And he's continuously laughing.
From what I could see.
Well, what's the joke?
Maybe we're better off not knowing.
Really? That's what you gotta ask.
What does Spots think of the dead bees?
Is there
He's kind of just curiously
is there
looking
any
at
way
them.
I can check? Is there any way that I can check if this plant eats people?
I guess you can make a nature check.
Getting the vibe from that rose demon from Castlevania.
You can make a nature check.
Nature, where is it? Here you are. 4.
This appears to just be, as far as you can tell, a normal rose.
For some reason, I thought you had nature as proficiency, which is one of the reasons why I didn't get it. Oh well, I guess we have ranger and a druid, and neither of them have nature proficiency.
All right. So did you maybe see if anything in the room was making the guy laugh?
He did not see anything.
But if you
Hmm.
want me to, I can go and try to look again. But from what I can tell, it's just a normal room.
And during this time, Spot kind of comes up to Begor and like tries to nuzzle into his hand.
Into whose hand?
Yours,
Mine?
yes.
I'll cast resistance on myself and I'm gonna pet him, ready to dodge.
He kind of nuzzles in there hard and kind of like slowly opens his mouth and like tries to move his head sideways to put your hand inside of it.
No.
And
Bad
as you kind of start to pull away,
dog
he's
thing.
going to try to just give you a playful little nip. I don't know what attack bonus he's going to have. What's your
Can I
AC?
see this?
My AC is 15, I think. Let me check.
Yeah, so like as you kind of just pull your
Yeah,
hand away,
15.
he just like chomps down on nothing and kind of just rolls over on his back with his stomach exposed and kind of just like waves his paws.
Sorry, Balgor. He's not housebroken yet. He's still at the nibbling stage. Bad spots.
I'm just gonna talk to it like for a while, like, hey, don't bite people. You don't have to make people like you. Ovek already does. I like you. Unless you
Can I
bite me.
Can I get like some rope out of my bag and like try to tie it up together to like make like a chew toy?
Yes.
And I try to give the chew toy to Spots.
He doesn't pay a lot of attention to it. He's kind of just putting his head in your hands again for more pets.
Okay.
And he tries to nip you. Now that you've seen him nip people, are you gonna just like enjoy petting him and just letting him playfully bite you, or are you going to try to pull away?
No. You have to teach your pet not to bite people. I should have an 18 on AC.
Yes.
Yeah, I probably have my chainmail gloves back on.
However, I might say that your shield doesn't protect you in this instance because it's not coming. It's coming from inside.
So 16 then.
So I think that's enough where his fangs kind of get purchased in between your chainmail glove and your arm to just do another little 1 point of damage and make a wisdom saving throw.
Critical.
One way or another, that's critical.
Alright, he's still a little cute, but this isn't really fun, him biting people.
Yeah. This is definitely something we need to train. I give him a very, firm no. Bad spots.
He just kind of gives a whimper. The laughing is still permeating the whole room.
Mm-hmm. But I guess there's only one way out of this room, right?
Unless we want to backtrack, yeah.
then I guess we should go. I don't
I'll
think I
go
want
with
back out.
you, Athos, and I'll give you a little hand in case that there's something magical in the room.
Yep.
I'll go too.
Okie dokie.
I'm still
Ring
keeping
around the
the
rosy,
bees as I
uncle
go across the
Posey.
room. Like normal bees, I'm okay with. They make honey, which makes mead. But undead bees probably don't make mead, so I don't really have much reason to tolerate them.
They make undead mead.
Maybe
That
it's
doesn't sound
stronger.
pretty good.
Just find a random generic human token. Okay, he's kind of just sitting here. Sitting at a table. He notices you as you come in.
Okay.
Only one way out?
You only see one exit, that's right. And, the laughing kind of starts to fall into a chuckle.
I guess I say hello. Hello.
For some reason that causes him to pick from the chuckle back up into an uproarious laughter. And those of you that have entered the room, is that all of you or just Ovek and Dornov?
I'm fine as well.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, this should be easy.
I'm at the door. Do
Easy.
do I do it too?
Easy.
I'll say no, Bagor.
Okay.
Doorknob, you find yourself. Just the fact that he just started uproariously laughing at just Ovek saying hello. You find yourself falling down on the floor, helpless in laughter.
he said hello.
And seeing you fall down and just laugh just makes him laugh even harder.
I'm gonna take a look at Dornav now on the floor laughing, and I'm gonna cast silence centered on that guy.
Were you casting?
You got silence?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Cool.
All right.
I got it because I figured it would help sneaking at certain points, but this is a perfectly valid use.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys no longer hear the silence or the laughing, excuse me, and you don't know what came over you, Dornoff, but you're now find yourself on the ground.
How did I get here?
You laughed. We should probably keep going quickly.
I laughed? I never laugh.
The man stands up from his chair. You can see like his hand on his stomach still
He's still laughing.
How long does silence last?
Up to 10
Unless
minutes.
he walks 21 feet. So
Can I check around the room?
I'm gonna help Dornoff get up and then immediately start almost running it for the other door.
I scan the room for see me no more as we walk by.
Does he look like just a normal dude, just magically laughing?
Make a perception check. And, Bagor, you can make a perception check as well, but you are listening for other footsteps that are not your own instead of looking at.
Okay.
Dornov, you see like some extra sag on this guy's face. He might be very old. That's your best guess. But it appears to, it's not like a lizard man. It appears to be human.
Okay.
If I walk around, does he like watch me if I walk around behind him?
As you kind of approach, he is like taking steps. He appears like you can't hear him, but it doesn't look like he's having fun anymore.
Yeah, I'm still practically booking it to the other exit at this point.
Yeah, I'll join him
Yeah,
after
sure.
the perception.
Alright, fine.
Yeah. Let's go. Can we leave the room before he exits the bubble of silence?
That was my idea.
I mean, we could have also killed him inside the bubble, but
Yes.
Yeah, as you leave the room, you hear just like small chuckles that kind of fall back into laughter. This room is some kind of lab/garden. There are beautiful plants. There's like roses, lilies, orchids, snapdragons, all growing in different sections. There's also a lab section with beakers, flask bottles, jars, tubes, with some of them with different colored liquids in them.
How many exits?
I might have to draw this room. It's a little weird.
Mm-hmm.
So you're coming in from this bottom left. You see some kind of entrance right in front of you. There's also something here, something here. There's some kind of door here. An archway here. And an archway here.
Well, we just found the center of something.
Besides the liquids, do we see anything else here, like somebody who has lived here or something like that?
Can you repeat that? Sorry.
Do I see like signs of anyone living here besides like the flasks and all of that? Has this room been used a lot?
It has definitely been used a lot. There's some. Yeah, you can see there's even like one of the flasks on the table has some kind of flame underneath it, heating it up.
Someone could be coming soon.
That's been true of everywhere we've been, though.
Yeah, that's fair. Can I check this door and see into the next one?
That would be. There is a large toad who's kind of jumping on and bullying some kind of man.
I'm not sure if I'm more concerned about a frog capable of bullying something or the phrase "some kind of man."
It's man-shaped.
I mean, frogs are dicks.
Comforting.
Okay, I report to the group and I step back. I don't want to come into that room.
What's some kind of man?
It's man-shaped.
I don't know. It looked like a dude, but I'm not really sure it was.
Well,
Seems like a room we don't want to go into.
yeah, I don't really see any reason to disturb that domestic dispute.
That has a lot of implications to it.
The floor here is probably stone or something else that's too hard to really try to get some tracks off of, isn't it?
Yes, that's correct. So we'll say just the left half is more of the gardening aspect of this room, and the right half is more of the lab-like aspect.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, that's all I had to say, really.
Do the plants in this garden look like normal plants, or do they look like weird magical abomination plants?
They look like normal plants, but they are doing very, very well. They're very healthy. A little bit thicker than maybe you've seen before, but they look pretty normal.
Okay.
Wait, are we in the garden?
Well, there's kind of just like pots and stuff all along the walls.
I mean, we're still in the library, right?
Yes. The architecture of this place is very, very lizard-like.
This is more just a botany lab than a garden, I guess.
And like in this library, we've come across, I think, like one book as of yet.
There's enough beakers and junk on the various tables on the other side. You might be able to find something interesting over there.
Ooh. That sounds promising. Is there anyone in this room?
No, can't see anybody here.
Alright. Why don't I go and try to search? Let's split up and look for clues, gang.
Is anybody going to help him, or is he searching on his own?
I'll give him a hand.
So you can either both make an investigation check, or one of you can make it with advantage.
I think I have a pretty poor investigation.
It's your idea, tell me.
I have a 0 investigation. What you have?
I got +5, but I roll shitty every time I do.
I will assist Bagua.
Okay,
Go for it.
I'm gonna try.
Nice.
Oh, 24?
There's a good variety of stuff here. One of these things almost looks like a potion of healing.
Almost?
Yeah.
If only we had an arcane caster who could check.
Also, you see there's some shattered glass on the floor, and you kind of just bend over to take a look at it, and you notice that there's something taped underneath the table.
There's something what?
Taped underneath the table.
Ooh.
Is it writing?
It looks like a small book.
I take it and I give it to
Ovek.
Me. Ovek. Someone
Mr. Manyroy.
Yeah. Okay, so what is it exactly?
This is a small notebook which is written in common. And it tells you first it tells you how to use some of the plants that let me
Oh, like some of the plants in this room?
some plants that you haven't heard of.
Okay.
Something called skin roses. It says they grow on blood, but they are kind of in tune with sensuality, and somebody that touches them can't stop touching them. You also see flesh petal blooms, which also grow in blood, and they can heal old scars if they're rubbed on it. Child eye peonies. All these plants grow in blood.
Yeah.
This guy's notes say that somehow if you wear this on your collar, people that try to attack you kind of end up freaking out. A plant called gutter childs. It says that this plant can baffle orchid men. And there's lastly a plant called broken tooth blossom, which is extremely ugly, so much that people would be less inclined to listen to you just having this on your person. There are also notes about some more plants, but it doesn't say exactly what is going on with them. It says toothwort is stable, sneezewort is stable, nipplewort is stable, glasswort is stable.
What?
Bug gloss is stable. Pellery of the wall, possibly unstable. Use salt if necessary. There is also some kind of plan. It doesn't seem that it's finished, to clone some weird children, and you see pictures that are hand drawn that kind of remind you of the Moon Children.
Ooh, wait, so someone's tried to clone the Moon
Oh
Children?
my god.
Also plans to clone a weird shell-like thing. Also plans to clone black roses from the gardens. And that exact purpose, I think using all three of them with enough clones of all of those three things, this person, whoever wrote this, thinks that they can absorb the moonlight in another room and release Tiktaalik the Were Titan.
Huh.
It looks like
That
these
doesn't-
plans
that
are
doesn't
almost
sound
complete,
good.
but not quite complete.
So whoever this notebook is for probably knows where the Moon Children are. If these
There's
persons-
actually even more notes in here. Excuse me. Oh boy.
Ooh.
There is also describes the function
If-
of two different
If
roses.
Ovek,
What did you
if
say?
Ovek is reading this out loud,
Yeah,
I'm
I'll
I
probably
don't know. I'm popping my eye out to find
Jesus.
See Me No More. I'm checking everything, like every corner.
It describes the function, but not necessarily location, of two different kinds of roses. One of them, has a sort of scent which causes discord among equals, and nothing productive can be done in its presence unless everyone agrees to follow the most powerful person in the room. And another rose, which looks like several pages ahead. Juice wrung from its petals is lethal to a ruler of a kingdom, but nobody else.
Huh.
And that is whatever kingdom it's grown in.
That second one sounds potentially fairly useful. That first one sounds like that's the effects that those bird people are under.
Yeah.
Anyone else who eats a petal whole, their blood becomes poisonous by contact or ingestion to anyone who has a higher social status than you.
Excuse me? Huh.
That is very interesting.
Nobility doesn't go around biting people, do they?
No, but I
What
can
about
think
the
of some.
cannibal critics?
Yeah, but being that crazy, I don't think they have more status than. I don't think they have more status than me, and I live in a forest.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering what the magical definitions there for kingdom are. Does this entire place count as Medusa's kingdom?
That's a good question.
That's good.
I'll say since it's been a while and you kind of have taken the time to read through all of the notes in this notebook, I'm going to make an encounter check.
Okay.
By the way, did you want me to roll anything for See Me No More? Or just the passive?
I'm using your previous roll for now.
Okay.
I might ask you to re-roll the next time we go into a room. From somewhere, where would these guys come from? Let me see what's adjacent. That's enough of a mess. We'll say from this top left door comes.
I'm probably around.
Hold on, stuff is falling off my desk.
Did the book mention where the kids were?
It did not.
Okay.
So about 8 orchid men are coming from this top left area.
What kind of men?
These are the plant-like orchid people that have a like a pus, or that's not the correct word. Like a sack of fluid that is both very, very entrancing and alluring, but highly acidic, and melts your face off if you are tempted, like people are, to shove your face in it.
Are they aggressive?
Last time we met them,
Usually,
yes.
And I will say, since I made a mistake the last time you guys had an encounter, these look a little bit more fully grown. Their fluid sacs are much larger, and you think even hitting them would spray extra fluid nearby.
Oh crap.
So they are coming in. We'll probably just reroll initiative.
Oh, why is it always me?
Is everyone in here? Dornov, Ovek, Athos, Bagor. Alright. Dornov, you're the first to notice these guys coming in.
This isn't good.
Hey, there's some plant assholes coming.
Yeah. I think they have acid in them.
Sweet.
Not that kind.
Oh, good.
So don't hit them or else they blow up and spray acid everywhere.
Well,
Oh, they only explode if destroyed, I think. Maybe not a hit,
Huh.
but destroyed.
Okay. Don't destroy them. Sweep the leg.
Or if you deal a finishing blow, make sure you're far away.
Sweep the leg,
Well-
Johnny.
test the waters here.
This first one that's closest to you?
Yep.
You get a good strong blow against it, but it still looks like it's standing strong.
Alright, second attack. Ooh.
This time you end up missing. These guys are not difficult to hit, but he was able to just react just enough out of the swing of your warhammer.
Okay.
Orchid Man. This guy is gonna
Orchid
run
Man.
through the door, and it's going to try to grapple you first, and fail. It's gonna try a second time, and it ends up, for comedic purposes, it'll grab the guy next to it, and you see it with its plant-like vine arms grab its head next to it and just try to shove its whole plant mouth in there. and this one takes some acid damage.
Now,
Yeah.
do those grapple attempts count as attacks?
Yes.
Let me read this.
So you may do that if you like.
Go for it.
Nice.
And then I get to roll superiority.
12 extra damage. Do you have to do... Yeah, against the
You have
attacker.
to choose one of them.
I think it
Yeah.
has to be against the attacker. So, that's still a
Against the
significant
one that
damage to
missed?
him. He's definitely below
Both of
half.
them miss.
So you've dealt a pretty serious blow to the one on the right.
Okay.
Another Orchid Man is going to try to squeeze through here and make 2 attacks against you.
Ooh. Ooh.
You're gonna want to step out of there.
So
He's grappled, though.
make 2 strength saves. I guess your choice is strength save or wisdom save. But I think for
Not
you
much
that's a
choice there.
pretty good choice.
Hey!
First one passes, make 1 more. So you feel it like just trying to brute force you into its mouth, and the scent is actually kind of pleasant. So for some people, it reminds them of like your first love, or your home city, or anything that brings you fond memories. You smell it, but you're resisting
the
for
smell
now.
of mithril.
Joke's on them. Dornoff's never had a first love.
Ovek.
I mean, I smelled mithril just now. What does that tell you?
Don't get too close to them. I might have an idea that will greatly help.
No, don't get too close.
Yeah, because it's an indiscriminate AoE.
Okay. Let's see. Allies can walk over each other, right?
As long as you don't end on the same space, yeah.
Okay.
Assuming that the spell.
Like if I say like I grappled one of them at the doorway, they would still be able to like get through unless I'm blocking the doorway too, right?
Yes, but I would say that you guys can walk over these, kind of force your way over these plants if you choose to.
Now here is a question. I am going to use my divine. Let's see, which one?
I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to use my divine. Oh no, that's an action. Then I might as well just. I'm going to channel divinity. I'm going to turn the faithless. I don't think this will work because I don't think that they are either Fey or Fiend. But Fey or Fiend within 30 feet of me that can hear me must make a wisdom saving throw. So let's just start with, are they Fey or Fiend?
I do not believe they are. No.
Okay. Then that is my action.
Make sure to mark off a use of your channel divinity.
Yeah. I get like 1 use per combat. But yeah.
I think it's per day.
Let me reread. But yeah, that's my turn.
Another Orchid Man. The one that has got his face melted off partially by his ally is going to make 2 attempts versus the nearest target. And he tries and fails to grapple you. Athos.
Alright, so I'm wondering if the spell Spike Growth will work here. I'll put it in chat so you can look at it. The flop on it makes me think that it's supposed to be in a natural area, but doesn't specify that.
I'd say especially because of the plants nearby that you can use this if you want to.
Okay. Because I'm thinking dropping it there, kind of in the corner.
So basically, as long you're encompassing all of them in it.
Yeah, and then that would kind of go to there or so. I mean, it means, unfortunately, that Dornov can't really believe, basically.
Okay, but do I know that you did that?
Yeah, you
It looks
see
it's
like
very obvious.
thorns all over the ground at your feet.
Well, because it says the transformation of the ground is camouflaged to look natural.
Yeah.
But you can, I guess, make a perception check would be the way it's supposed to work because you can see the ground.
Creatures that don't see the change need to make a perception check.
Oh yeah,
implying
yeah.
that if
So
see the
you
change,
automatically just see thorns spread up all around your feet.
Okay.
That is my action and my second out of 2 second level spells. But that's fine by me, and then I'm just gonna back away a bit. And that's my turn.
This guy's gonna move 5, 10, 15 feet to get inside the wall and arrive at some place. So roll 64.
Yep.
It is shorter than it was before, with all of the spikes tearing up its vine legs. But it's still able to try and grapple Doorknob.
Oh, looks like one of those hit.
And you're able to bash it away with your shield.
Yeah.
Another one. It's going to move 5, 10, 15 for another 64. And poor old Dornoff is getting more vines, like trying to wrap around him, but he keeps shoving them all off of him.
Nice.
Boy, this reminds me of one of those Japanese movies I watched.
Jesus.
The gore.
What is this Japanese which you speak?
What is Japanese?
Those dwarves are into strange things.
Yeah. So we have 64 to the dude.
Okay.
Yeah, so that spell's already dealt 25 damage.
It did. And it just continues until you stop concentrating on it?
It's concentration for up to 10 minutes. So yes.
Okay.
This one and this one have already been hurt, right?
As well as this one and this one.
Okay. Gonna step closer 15 feet. And if I try to hit this one without hitting Doorknob, will I be at disadvantage?
No, but they'd have some partial cover. So they'd get a bonus to defense.
I think it's -2 attack or something like that.
Okay. Before Doorknob gets like a gang bang with these plants, I'm gonna hit this one with Produce Flame.
Oh god, you're going to burn it?
Alright.
Oh yeah.
I believe they have to make a save against that. So
I'm gonna put it on the chat. Sorry, I hit twice. Is the
oh no,
one
yeah, that's an attack roll. So you kind of lob your fireball at him, but it
Missed.
It's getting
the
hit.
the thinness of their like vine body and legs, it passes right by him and hits the wall behind him.
Damn it.
Anything else on your turn?
Healing Word is a bonus action. I'm gonna cast Healing Word at first level on Dorna
Yeah.
because that looks really bad. 2 points.
You also add your wisdom modifier to that.
Oh, my wisdom is +3, so 5.
5 points total.
Thanks, buddy.
I tell you what, I say that my wisdom is -1.
3 more orchid men. This guy moves 4 spaces, so 8d4.
So. Ooh.
That doesn't look good.
And like he kind of just falls over, and actually ends up exploding.
No.
He falls
Oh.
over, and
Where's
his
he
fluid
fall
sac
over?
splats on the spiky, thorny ground, and everybody within 5 feet of that point. So 2 of the plants, as well as Doorknob, make a dexterity save.
Oh god, it's gonna be a chain reaction.
I don't know whether to hope for that or fear for it.
Guys, I don't feel so safe.
Hey, it's fine. It's fine.
You're gonna be fine.
So you managed to avoid all of the acid, but one of the plants did not.
What happens to them?
It takes 5 points of acid damage, which kills it, and it falls into the spiky terrain and explodes. So make another dexterity save.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Guys,
It's good. It's fine. Just continue dodging.
You're alright. I believe in you.
So you avoid taking all the damage again, but some acid falls on the plant next to you. And that's it for that guy's turn. We also have this guy who's moving 5, 10, 15, 20 feet. So it's 8d4.
That's gonna be good.
remember, guys,
And
I'm
then-
moving them up here.
Alright, so that guy's exploding for sure.
Remember
so
me?
Another dexterity save from you, Doorknob.
Come on, you can do this. Just bob and weave, bob and weave.
Oh my god, he's doing it too. But the plant next to you takes another 4 damage. One last plant is taking a turn, taking 64 damage.
Why is it moving? Isn't it next to you?
No, it was up. It was up here.
Oh, okay.
This is the entire reason I.
Well, the plants are not intelligent enough to avoid your,
Yeah.
and they don't really have range attacks. But this one gets close enough to try to grapple you. It manages to grapple you once. So make your choice. Oh. I should have had you take damage for the other one, but we'll just do it. So take 4
damage.
points of damage and make your choice of strength or wisdom save.
Wait, you're talking to me?
Yep. So you take 4 points, and it tries to force your head into its alluring plant face, but you resist. And it is your turn to act. Doorknob.
Can he get out of there without taking damage?
He is currently
No.
grappled by 2 people, so he
he's
cannot move.
Right.
But wait, how am I grappled? I thought I fended that all off.
One of them got you, like, each time you made a strength
the
save
strength
was one
save
of them
was-
grabbing you.
okay.
Yeah. So
All right.
Yeah, the save was to
Yeah.
stop them to pour acid down your mouth.
yes, but they
Which-
can only do that on successful grapple attempts.
So, which ones look the worst off, and which ones are holding me?
The one up top above you is the worst off, and I believe this one and this one on the right are the ones that are holding you.
All right, I'll swing first at the guy directly in front of me.
Upwards?
Yeah.
He's easy enough to hit. You just bash him, and his fluid sac explodes. So make a dexterity save.
Ooh.
That's probably good enough. So one of them will take some damage. The one in the top left is looking pretty damaged now.
All right, second attack on him then.
He's just barely holding in there after that smash.
In that case, I'm going to use. I'm not sure which one it is. Yep, that one. I'm assuming that kills it.
You might have clicked on the wrong one. That one doesn't actually do. Oh yeah, extra damage.
Yeah, it
You're
does.
right. You're right. So yeah, that one kills it, and an ally may move if
Ovek!
you
guess
can
I
go
can-
in there if you want to, but you'll be walking into the thorns.
Does this count as thorns?
We'll say no.
Okay, I'll move up there.
That one explodes, so make one last dexterity throw.
Oh, actually, which one's exploding?
Ooh.
The one that just
Ooh.
died up in the corner.
Okay. Uh-oh.
So take 4 points of acid damage, as well as having so much of this fluid on you actually feels really good. So make a wisdom saving throw to avoid rubbing it into your skin.
Oh,
fuck.
God.
It's a good kind of burn. Ooh,
I think 11 is the DC item mine. So you just shake it off and keep fighting. The orchid man to your left.
I'm going to go ahead and use my bonus action for second
Oh.
wind.
Yeah, go for it.
So 1d10 plus 5.
at least this guy misses.
All right. The one to your left tries futilely to grab you, and Ovek.
It's my turn.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I don't really have any way of moving these people around, do I? No. Okay. Let's hit the one that is adjacent to me then. With my hammer. This cannot go wrong.
Go for it.
18 for 9 points.
You smash it straight into the ground, and it explodes.
Yay.
Both you and Doorknob make dexterity saving throws.
Oh shit.
Welcome to the party.
11! That's enough, right?
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
Doorknob, however, takes 2 points of acid damage.
Doorknob feels like he'd be able to dodge these for longer if there wasn't thorns on
Yeah.
the ground.
Athos, it is your turn.
I will get my bow out and shoot the.
You probably should actually take off the thorns at this point, so that Doorknob can like walk away.
Yeah, there's only 2 left, and they're probably not moving. So yeah, I'll drop concentration on that.
Okay.
It was only up for 1 round, but
It was an effective round.
And then I will shoot the one. That one.
Okay, okay.
As soon as I can find where my character sheet went again.
Nice.
That one had been damaged before, and that's actually just enough damage to kill it.
And let me guess.
It explodes.
Surprise!
Oh yeah, you're getting used to this now.
And no, you get your second attack.
Yep, and I will shoot the other one.
That one is able to withstand your damage, however.
Oh.
So it does not die.
Yeah.
But Bagur, it is your turn.
Man.
Gets burned to death.
Yeah, but... Yeah, I'm gonna cast Produce Flame and burn it.
Go for it.
And I failed.
Oh, just barely.
Oof. Sorry, Doorknob will win this for us.
Any bonus action, Bagur?
No, not yet.
Doorknob.
Do this.
You are no longer grappled if you choose to move. Yeah.
So,
Oh.
Okay.
Sorry, your second attack will hit.
well, I'm just wondering because that's a critical fail.
I'll say you kind of like just barely pass by its fluid sac, which kind of just sprays a little bit more of the fluid on you.
Oof.
Make your second attack and we'll deal with it after the battle.
Okay, so missing with the mace, I spin around and try to stab it with the dagger.
Ooh.
Hey.
And that is
Yeah.
the ticket. One last dexterity saving throw. And then make a last wisdom saving throw to avoid trying to rub this extra juice all over you.
Ooh.
Well,
Oh.
that needs a little bit of spreading on your face and just to get a little bit more absorption, I think. So, take 3 points of damage as you just spread it all over this beautiful smelling, but extremely painful acidic fluid.
So,
No.
seeing as I just failed that, and remembering how stupid Ovek is for letting the thing bite him again, I just walk over to Ovek and say, "Hey, this stuff smells great," and I rub it on him.
Oh no. Well, you feel free to resist that.
I put my chainmail glove up to try to stop the acid from getting on my skin.
If you want to like forcefully try Doorknob, you can make an attack roll, but otherwise you can stop it there.
Oh, he's my friend. I'll take one for the team.
I'm just satisfied by smearing it on his glove.
And it is time for our session to be over.
It is.
Just made it.
Well, that was interesting, but got some sort of progress.
Yeah.
It's amazing he survived that.
And we have a new pet.
I swear to God, the first opportunity I get,
to hit
gonna-
the attack.
It
Gonna
didn't
kill
do
that thing.
anything in
I
the battle.
noticed it didn't even try
It didn't.
to do
I
battle.
forgot to ask about what Spots was doing during the battle.
He was
probably trying to bite him and turn him into allies.
He was just peeing on some of the plants.
Expected. Okay.
It turns out spells are pretty good.
Yes. Alright, I'll take a gun. Alright, see you.
All right.
Later.
All right. Good night.
See you guys. Bye.